The game of truth or dare.
You can wear a ring around your finger, ring pop.
It's a beautiful part of this nutritious breakfast.
Mondo.
It's time for Meg Reacts.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the season premiere of Meg Reacts. You look awfully lovely today.
Thank you.
Did you get dressed up just for the season 6 premiere?
So, sorry.
We went from just getting done washing the car and it's being super hot in the middle of summer to getting all dressed up, going for the winter dance with Sam today.
It was, yes, the snowball dance.
But for this episode, now that we're all inside the making of Splat Attack Studio, which is looking really cool, I'm really excited about this. But season 6, there's one set of commercials that we've never talked about, but were very, very much a staple of our childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Candy commercials.
Ooh, okay.
So before we dive into that, we always have to address first, what are some candy that you liked when you were a kid, and what's candy that you enjoy now? You're not as much of a sweet tooth as I am.
I'm not much of a candy person, especially anymore, just because I don't like, just not really into much candy. But my favorites as a kid, I loved ring pops. The push pops, which are still around as well. I also really liked the sticks that you dipped in the sugar and you dipsticks. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Child cocaine.
Yeah, pixie sticks. I lived off them things. So those are probably my favorite.
And you also like the sweet tart suckers.
Yes, those were actually my favorite to get. I used to get them all the time at the ball field when my brother was playing baseball. I would go to his games, and one of my favorite things to do was to go to the concession stand, and they always sold the sweet tart suckers, and those were my favorite. I still to this day actually enjoy those. If I find them anywhere, I get them. So they're those are kind of like my favorites.
Three Musketeers.
Well, chocolate, yeah, chocolate. If it comes to chocolate, I was definitely into M&Ms. I still like M&Ms. Hershey bars and Reese cups, and yes, Three Musketeers is my favorite candy bar now. But
what do you get every Christmas now?
My favorite chocolates, Dove chocolates, the plain milk chocolate. Not the dark chocolate, milk chocolate. Well, they're my absolute favorite. So
okay.
I enjoy those.
All right. Well, let's get started.
Dum dum.
Dum dums, dum dums, dum be dooby dum 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 cherry and grape and water dum 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 cream soda and apple lollipops for you dum dums. So if you really wanna smile, put one in your mouth a while. Dum dums, dum dums, dum 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 dums. Whoa whoa.
I think it's every kid's favorite sucker was Dum Dums, still is.
Still doing Dum Dums.
Dum Dums are very popular still. I'm very pleased to see that they have stuck around this long. So
I don't know if you have this memory, but I remember back in the 90s when my mom would go to the bank, because everywhere mom went, I had to go to. We always went through the drive-through deposit. And we always got a sucker that came through with the little canister.
They still give out suckers anytime they see the kids in the car. They usually put a couple in there. So that's always fun. I mean, I don't mind Dum Dums. They're not my favorite, but Jensen really loves them.
Oh yeah.
So.
Kids tear them up at church. Both Sam and Jensen tore them up whenever they first got them. Sam not so much anymore.
No.
But he will still eat them if given one.
Yeah.
But Jensen, that's just about the only thing he'll go for. That's the first thing
First
he'll
thing
go
he
for.
goes for.
Loves dum-dums.
He just likes suckers,
Mm-hmm.
period. Anything sucker, he wants one. So, but yeah, that's his treat even at the doctor.
I remember one time there was a teacher who was giving out snacks or candies for it was a trivia based game. It was a review going over the latest things. Here's questions on the lessons that we've been doing. All right, now here's a box of candy. You get a question right, you get to pick. And there were dum dums and smarties.
So you had to choose. Did you want to be a dum dum or a smarty?
And he did not do that intentionally. He didn't pick just then someone pointed it out. It's like, oh my gosh, I didn't mean to get dum dums and smarties, but they were just candies that the kids like to eat.
Yeah.
But that being said, let's go to our next one.
All right.
Because we got, I think, 6 this time instead of 4.
Okay.
What's this that's making such a splash? New tropical gushers. Lots of cool island flavors that are a real punch in the face. And fruity combos that are very freaky. Each bursting with a splash of fruity juice. So many exotic flavors. Can you handle them all? New tropical gushers. Taste the blast.
Now that
Remember those commercials?
Now that's kind of fruit snacks, but even then, fruit snacks are still very much just candy, in my opinion.
Depending on if they're like, they'll tell you on there like if they're 100% fruit. If they are,
most of the time they're not. Gushers definitely was not. It was pure candy.
Artificial sweeteners.
That was pure candy disguised to be something that would be healthy.
Yep.
Did you have Gushers?
I never really ate them. I'm not a big fruit candy person. I'm not really big into Starburst. I don't really even eat a lot of gummies, to be honest. So I was more of a chocolate person, or just like like I liked the ring pops and things like that, but or Jolly Ranchers I really like too. But I don't know, Starburst is not my favorite. I'm like, nah. Or Skittles. Skittles is another one. I'm like, I don't really see the appeal. But yeah, so I didn't really eat Gushers that much either. So, but I loved the commercials because I loved when their heads would turn into whatever the fruit was.
By this time, I knew that this was all just a big advertising marketing thing. But even then, knowing that this is all completely fake, part of me was still nervous the first time I was trying it, because I thought if it's gonna happen,
turn into a grape.
If it's gonna happen to any one person with the luck I have, it would be me.
Yeah.
And I was genuinely nervous for a moment. I still braved it, but yeah, I loved Gushers. I absolutely loved Gushers.
Yeah.
I remember getting them in my Lion King Aladdin lunchbox at the Ben Gate cafeteria.
I think I had a little mermaid lunchbox. I'm not mistaken.
All right, next commercial.
Attention, shoppers. Kit Kat break time.
Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. Give me a break. Give me a break. I want to take a break with that Kit Kat bar.
Honestly, I think that's the most catchiest chocolate candy jingle. Was Kit Kat. You knew that one.
Everyone knew Kit Kat.
Give me a break. I'm not a big fan of Kit Kats. I mean, they're okay. I can eat them, but not a big fan.
I think I recently found out that they had a white chocolate one.
Oh, they do. And I think for Valentine's Day at the store, they had.
Yes.
They have like white chocolate, like raspberry ones.
Something like that. I think it was strawberry.
Yeah, it was hard not to buy you candy the other day because they have the Hershey Kisses. They have chocolate covered. They have strawberry inside, and they have cherry. So I didn't know which one. I almost got you one, but I didn't. Sorry.
I'm like you. I'm a really big Kit Kat fan. I wasn't then. I'll eat them. The boys,
Especially like a specialty one. Like when I got you
yes,
the pumpkin ones.
yes.
Love the pumpkin. cats.
I was going there. I was going
I
there.
usually get the candy for him, but the Kit Kats of the pumpkin flavored, and then the anything like white chocolate. He loves white chocolate,
Yes.
so I usually would get them. If they're a specialty, I always got them for Alex. But
Okay. Question as far as Kit Kats, how are they supposed to be eaten? Do you take them apart when you eat? When you, I know
take
you
a
don't.
bite? No, I just hold the whole stick in my hand and take a bite.
No, not because it comes in
Like two
packs of like a pack of 4 or 6 or however many. But you get those other ones and they're just a pack of 2. Do you split them apart
Yeah.
and then eat them?
You didn't.
I
know.
don't. I'm the monster that will
You're
just
just
go
like-
chunk and eat the whole thing.
I'm surprised you didn't Scooby Doo it and just shove it in your mouth.
No, because I would have watched the terror on everyone else's face. It's like pineapple on pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, how dare you eat it
How
like
dare you
that?
not follow the jingle? Like, come on, give me a break. Jeez. How are you gonna not follow the jingle, man? Come on.
I walk to the beat of a different drummer.
Oh, that is true. That is very true.
Silence. All right, next one.
Oh, it's me.
Silence.
La 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 la. I saw this country.
Gummy savers are about to get a little bit wacky. With crazy flavor combinations like banana berry and raspberry lemonade. Wacky fruity. These gummies definitely move to a different beat.
Again, with the fruit commercials, they're so memorable, but I just never really ate them that much. I have had a lifesaver, but I just, again, was not really big into fruit candies. But I remembered that commercial like very much so because I used to love the little dance. Dun, 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 dun. Again, the fruit ones always had the best commercials.
Mm.
I was like, I just remembered that one and I loved it.
I remember how excited I was just the fact that there were gummy lifesavers, not the little twist things, but
Mhm.
I liked lifesavers, but I like gummies. I've always loved gummies, and
I like a little bit more now as an adult, like gummy stuff. Like if we get gummies, fruit snacks or something for the kids, I usually end up getting a couple for me to have while I'm working.
that one. I don't know if you remember it, but that commercial reminded me of the Chips Ahoy
Yeah.
because they did one that was very much a ballroom, and they were all
Yeah.
playing jazz, and that was right around the time The Mask came out, so they were playing that.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah,
dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know anybody who actually went out of their way to get lifesavers?
No.
I know one person, and he was diabetic.
Oh, really?
He had to have them.
Mm.
He was when I used to work for Henderson Water Utility, and I used to lay sewer pipe. There was one guy there. He was diabetic. He had to have a certain amount of sugar every day, and
Well, I mean, kind of like our friend Leo. He's
yeah,
the same way.
he had to have a certain amount, or else his
Yeah.
body would begin to shut down.
Yep.
And he would always keep a pack of lifesavers.
Mhm.
And I believe this is true, but they were originally intended, I think, for people who were diabetic, which is why they're called lifesavers. But that's why they have the little hole in the middle,
Mhm.
because they'd keep it on them, and then if something ever happens
Mhm.
and they start to go into a seizure or something, and they need that sugar, somebody could give that to them,
Mm.
and they would still be able to breathe through that hole as it would slowly dissolve. I have no idea if that's true. Someone check it out and confirm it because I'm too lazy to do it myself.
Yeah.
But that is the story that he told me. And this is also coming from a group of people who love to tell stories, whether they are true or false. So I would believe either one if it was a lie or if it was true, because they would come up with some really cool, weird facts that did turn out to be true. But
True.
this guy didn't really spin a lot of tales, so I tend to believe him a little more than some of the others.
Yeah.
But Anyway, I think we only have 2 commercials left.
Yeah.
Yes, only 2.
It's all your fault. You let her get away!
You know, I'm surprised you didn't want to play the commercial where the girl like pulls the Skittle off that guy's face.
Yeah, but that's not 90s.
I'm glad you didn't play that one.
That wasn't
I
90s.
hate that commercial.
That was.
I know. Well,
they
I couldn't
played that.
remember if it was 90s or 2000s, but
It was 2000. It was. I think it was like early 2010s when they played in the movie
that
theater
was
all the
so
time.
gross. Yeah. I'm so glad you didn't play that
That's
one.
not 90s. I'm not paying that
Oh,
one.
Good. I feel like I remember that commercial, but it's not coming back to me. But I have had a feeling I was like, this feels too magical. I feel like it's gonna be a rainbow. Ta-da. There's Skittles.
I remember that Taste the Rainbow on everything. I miss those commercials like that though,
Mhm.
where you didn't know what they were selling until like the last 5 seconds of the commercial. It's just this big whimsical thing, or it's so extremely random that it puts you to sleep because you're so tired doing this
Right now.
episode. But
Yeah.
they'd be so weird and I mean, I think I played this for a previous episode. I think it was I can't remember what it was for though. A Sam Reacts maybe. I think it might have been for a Sam Reacts where it was just in the intro where it was a planet and the ring around the planet was a rainbow, and when it would pass, it would rain Skittles onto the planet, and there were these giant wormholes, and these worm creatures would come out of the wormhole waiting for the Skittles to come down, and they'd roll, and then they'd eat all the Skittles while it was coming down, and they'd go back in, and then the camera would just show the planet with the rainbow ring around it. Taste the rainbow. But yeah, I remember that. I remember the Taste the Rainbow. I think
Yeah,
that's
I do
probably the
too.
second
More like
jingle
yeah.
or tagline that I remember from commercials more than anything for candy.
Yeah. And the taste, yeah, because I felt like there was a ton of Skittles commercials.
was.
But they were very like all different.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they were always different. Still never encouraged me to eat them though. If I did eat Skittles, the only ones I ate were the grape ones because I love grape. And that was about maybe the cherry, but that's it. It's just weird because I hate cherries, like actual cherries, but I like cherry flavored candy. Go figure.
So honorable mentions, because I do want to. There's one that I'm not using any of, and it's M&M.
Oh, okay.
Did we play? I don't think we played an M&M one for our Christmas
No,
episode.
we did the Hershey one.
We
we did not do the
yeah, but Hershey
that's
was.
what I said. If you got to do a Christmas commercial for candy, I was like, it was either the
the Jingle
or
Bell.
the one where it does exist.
Yeah,
that's the M&M one that I love.
Those
Santa fainting.
And there's a ton of M&M commercials in there, and even when they had the M&M minis, where they were all just swarming everywhere, and the red and the yellow were trying to catch them, and then the Hershey's, because there was a few of those too. But there is one commercial. I don't know how you feel about it, but it is one of my favorites. It's one of the earliest memories I have of seeing candy commercials.
Okay.
And they played this all the time on Nickelodeon, and it makes me smile every single time. So wanted to see if you had something similar.
Okay.
Charms Glow Pop, take one. Action. Fruit flavored candy on the outside. Say it. Bubblegum on the inside. Fabulous. That's a Glow Pop. That's a Glow Pop.
Fruit charm.
Now flavors. Cherry. Grape. Strawberry. Sour apple. Watermelon. Ta-da! That's a Glow Pop. Saved from Charms. What? Cut.
I love that commercial. Yes. And blow pops are like my favorite. I to this day, if I find a blow pop in my kid's candy bowl, I'm like,
Yeah, there's still one in there.
and certain stores have like the super big blow pops, like they're like a little bit bigger than the regular one. Oh, even better, because then that meant the gum was bigger. Because that's the one thing I was like, oh man, the gum only lasts for about 5 minutes and then it's out, the flavor's gone. But oh yes, blow pops are to this day still amazing. I love them so much.
Do you remember when Pastor Chuck used to get those for children's church all the time?
Yes.
He would get those, and then he would get the Hubba Bubba bubble gum.
Hubba Bubba bubble gum. Yes.
And
couldn't be that all the other double gum. No. Nothing would be Hubba Bubba.
And he always got the big tub.
Yes.
And,
yes.
And then they went with the fruit flavored ones. And he got those for a long time.
Yeah, I remember like strawberry bubble gum and all that.
And then he always got that and blow pops.
My favorite. I love blow pops. My favorite flavor is the sour apple. That's my favorite.
I don't think I have a favorite. I liked all of them.
Yeah, sour apple and grape and cherry. Like those were my go-to. Again, with the cherry, and I don't even like cherries. But I love blow pops this day, and if it's like I got a hankering for I want some gum or I just feel like sucking on a sucker, looking there for a blow pop. Forget those dum dums. Give me the blow pop. Forget it. Nothing compares to the blow pops. Well, except for the sweet tart suckers. Those are good.
Well, that having been said, we'll end this Meg Reacts for now. So question for all of you Slimesters, because this is going out to our main timeline. For all of you is, what is your favorite candy? More specifically, what was your favorite candy when you were a kid? This will include fruit snacks, since we had Gushers for this episode. So comment down below. Let us know what your favorite candy was. And thank you all for tuning in for this episode. Hope you enjoyed our premiere Meg Reacts. Thank you so much for coming out for it.
Yay.
I'm
glad to be back.
Thank you so much for dressing up for it.
Oh, well, I didn't want to look hideous this time because, again, I looked at that one video after I'd showered and I thought, oh, man, I needed some makeup on. But that's what I love about you guys, is that you don't care how I look. You enjoy the nostalgia. You're here for the nostalgia. You're here for the fun commercials and to see me give him weird, dirty looks and punch the deformed, freaky looking bear. So that's what I love, I know that's what I love. Put that thing away.
Well, the deformed, he's not deformed.
His eyes are red.
He is not deformed.
Red.
He's been having too many blow pops.
No, he is not. Oh my gosh. Please get that thing out of here.
All right. We'll see you guys later. Have a great day.
Bye.
Inside the center's so sweet. Peanut butter cream. Oh, a treat.
I drink Yoo-Hoo. It's a delicious chocolate snack with vitamins and minerals.
Barbie Corvette, now I'm driving for real.
Pow, pow, Power Wheels.
To order your Thigh Master, call 1-800-327-8000. Have your credit card ready or send check or money order for $19.95 plus $4.50 for shipping and handling to this address. No CODs, please.
Charmed Blow Pop, take one, action. Fruit flavored candy on the outside. Say it. Bubblegum on the inside. Fabulous. That's a Blow Pop. That's a Blow Pop.
Fruit charm.
Now flavors. Cherry. Grape. Strawberry. Sour apple. Watermelon. Ta-da! That's a Blow Pop. That's a Blow Pop. Save from Charms.